Hello there and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator. Yes, we're back on here once again, going to be continuing where we left off last time, which last time we had built a beautiful Jaguar mid-engined V6 car. I definitely love that car, the XJ2S or 200 or whatever the heck it was. It's a beautiful car. I definitely love that thing. Yeah, we had we bought it from a junkyard and completely rebuilt it. So we're going to be doing the same thing this time as well, which is do a story mode car, and then go to the junkyard and pick us out a nice junker, and then completely restore it back to factory. So without further wasting of time, let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty then, and here we are back in our beautiful garage for another episode of beautiful car building. We also had bought this Plymouth Roadrunner from the junkyard as well. We have not touched it yet, but I wasn't really intending on it. I don't know why, but I really like having an old rusty car that looks like it's being worked on in the shop, just sitting on a lift. Even though it's kind of useless, I'm just going to leave this here for now. Eventually we'll get around to it, but for now we got to do a story mode quest. So let's just get to it. Ooh, yes. Who built these damn cars? I know this car. I know this freaking car, man. Was it Ford built these, didn't they? Oh, what was it though? I don't remember. Man, I have not looked at one of these in a long time. These are super comfortable rides though from a long time ago. Although not very safe. A lot of glass, not a lot of structure at the top there. Anyway, so good morning. I'd like someone to take a look at my car. I'm an automotive fan. The car should serve me to move from point A to point B or go fishing. Yeah, it's a pretty good car for that. Although I'd say gas heavy for sure. I love fishing trips, and that's one of the main reasons for my visit. Most of all, I beg you, please do something with the car seat and couch. Car seat and couch. We can go to Walmart for both those things. I know what he means, but I'm making a joke. I recently had a whole container with fish tip all over the boot. Oof. As far as the smell of fish doesn't bother me, the amount of water damage is driving me mad. Please take a look under the hood while you're at it. I know nothing about mechanics. Oh, he's not an automotive fan. I thought I read that as I'm an automotive fan. I'm not an automotive fan. Okay, so he's one of those type of people that they buy a car and they want it to get them from point A to point B, like he's saying, without any issues and not knowing a single thing about their vehicle. Eka. I mean, if that's all you want, then that's all you want, but you should probably know how to do like checking your fluids, like basic maintenance. It doesn't even get taught anymore. It's crazy. Okay. But recently I was making my way through a back road by the lakes. Something fell off. Something just fell off. It just happened. Since then, the car has been swaying strangely. Oh, yep. Okay, that's a sway bar end link right there. And do something about the back. When I pack up the whole boat, the wheels are pressing against the wheel arches. This is because you're hauling too much. Unless you got a broken spring back there. I don't think these cars were really meant for hauling heavy loads like a boat. Unless you got like a tiny little fishing boat, maybe then. But I've seen some crazy stuff, so maybe they're underinflated. yeah, that's what also people do. People will put something heavy on the back of their vehicle, right, on their trailer, and then the tires will go flat because it's just way too heavy. Basically, their springs are bottomed out, basically sitting on the frame. On the rear axle or whatnot. There's no suspension anything left. Everything's being compressed completely, and then the tires are flat because of the weight, And so they put more air pressure in the tires. And while, you know, like pickup trucks that do really heavy loads can do like 50 psi, sometimes higher. Genuinely, if your tires are going that flat and the car is squatting that much, you're hauling way too heavy. You need to not haul that heavy. And hopefully your springs haven't been ruined. You should not go that far. Definitely, if you're going to be hauling, definitely know your towing weight for your car or truck. Do whatever is in your power. I've got a competition soon. Okay, let's take the offer. I'm go over here glazing the freaking customer. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why the camera did that. Yeah, I don't think these cars were really meant for hauling much of anything. I mean, it already sits quite low on the rear end. Just because it's a big old boat car, essentially. I mean, forget the fishing boat. Just take this out on the lake. I'm sure it'll float for, you know, a few seconds before it's sinking. Okay, let's move this over to the car wash. This is nasty. And we're now a big enough shop that we do not want to be touching nasty cars. Nasty, dirty cars. We're going to give her a nice wash. And maybe we'll do a little bit of detail work on the interior. That's just the kind of guy I am. And I won't charge anything for it. No. In real life, you definitely wouldn't be. All right. Let's go move this car over to the car lift. Okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. Did you drown your car? This thing looks like it's been through the ringer. I mean, the outside looks nice, which actually does correlate to people that just hop in their car and go from point A to point B and they know nothing about the actual car itself. They which is totally fine, by the way. You don't have to know things about cars. That's what car mechanics are for. But yeah, they hop in their vehicle and go from point A to point B, and they pay no attention to anything. Heck, they barely pay attention if a tire goes flat. If a tire goes flat, they go, well, maybe it's okay. And then they drive on flat tires and stuff like that. But yeah, I say if you're gonna own a vehicle, part of that responsibility is definitely knowing your car a little bit. You don't have to know the ins and out, like what type of what type of engine it has and transmission, and knowing all the ins and outs of vehicles. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you should at least know some basics, like how to put on the spare tire, you know, and how to check your fluids, because those are usually pretty easy. That kind of stuff. All right, car status. What do we got for parts list? We got 4 pages of parts. Leaf spring U-bolt. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The leaf spring's broken. However, that wouldn't necessarily make the car sag unless it wasn't attached anymore. Yeah. Unless it wasn't fully attached, like it was just like not even attached to the thing anymore. But of course, then your axle, the leaf springs are, you know, they're there for suspension and stuff like that, but they also keep the axles in place, so they can't move. So yeah, if you've got like, if you don't have this attached, what'll happen is your axle will slide, and usually you got more problems than that. Okay, yeah, we just got a lot of stuff wrong with this car. Can the car be driven or ran? Like, can I move it over to the test path? That'd probably be the best thing we got. Okay, well, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and grab some tools and some testers. Let's do a scanning test, why not? An old OBD2 scanner. A lot to test on this car, apparently. Okay. Fuel pressure test. go ahead and test everything. Plus we get the experience, so we'll get the level up. Right, fuel filter's bad. Should still run though, at least somewhat. We'll just test everything. Yeah, since everything's rusty, it's like it's hard to tell what's actually going to need to be needed. Compression tester. Let's test them cylinders. See what the engine's looking like on the inside. I'm going to guess probably not all that great. Yeah, not bad, I guess. It's like mid-range. Okay, oh yeah, we can do this too. Let's go ahead and test our continuity a few times on our tester. Beep beep. That's all. So all they're doing to do the audio for this is they're snapping it to one of the thing and then snapping it back to the continuity test, which is what it's actually on, and they're just touching the tips of the two leads from the tester, and it goes beep beep. That's how you're supposed to test that before you try and test continuity anyway. But yeah, they just for the audio. Freaking funny. All right, seeming that this car can be ran, can we move it over to the test path? Is that gonna allow us to do this? Oops. That's right. You don't get in the car. You go from here. The engine can't be started because of a fuel filter. Are you serious? Fine. Let me get a stupid fuel filter. All right, happy? Can I proceed? I'm gonna kill somebody, man. I could test it without a leaf spring U-bolt. Are you serious? Probably not a good idea, but. Good lord, man. Okay, fine. Yeah, got one of them. Yeah, I imagine if you have a broken U-bolt, it probably does more than just sag down. It probably, I bet that tire probably drags a little bit especially when you're trying to tow. Okay. I'm just going to do this. Move car to test path. Can I do it now? Yeah. Let's go. He did not want to start. Oh, and it sounds like we got an exhaust leak. For sure. Yeah, if it's this loud sitting inside your vehicle, you either don't have exhaust because you don't want exhaust. You want to hear the motor and it's all its raw power, or you have an exhaust leak right underneath the vehicle, and it's just blowing exhaust at the bottom of the car, and that's what you got to listen to. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that is a lot of bad parts. So basically the entire suspension pretty much is dead out of this car. Alright. Car lifter A. Alrighty. Then we'll do a visual inspection on the rest of it. I'm trying to level up so we can finally get, I think it's level 30 is the max, is it? Something like that. I don't know. I don't actually know. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll do a... Oops, I forgot you gotta do it this way. Do a visual inspection. Oh, holy crap. Whole rear end's bad. I guess, yeah, if you're missing a leaf spring bolt, there is a good chance that you could end up, like if you're trying to tow, you could end up bending the freaking axle. If it's like in a weird, like if it's like loose and then you try going forward and the axle like kind of shifts in there, you can end up bending it. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, can't inspect the fuel tank. Okay. The only problem is it's hard to tell what's orange and what's red sometimes. Sometimes it just the way the shadows look. I think this is red though. This definitely looks red to me. Can we do the drive shaft? Look. I wonder if I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to tear apart probably the entire suspension and figure out what's bad and what we can repair. Maybe we'll save some money. Yeah, because the story jobs don't give you bonuses, so they're, you know, if you can save some money on them, definitely try to. Not that it really matters. We have $235,000, and that's why you go and buy cars like that. You go and buy cars from the junkyard and then completely rebuild them. Okay. All right. Normal mode. Do a visual inspection from the top. Yep, just getting all the experience. It's +2 every time, so it's not like it's a waste of time or anything. Can we inspect the rims? No. You can't just look at them and tell they're bad. But yeah, looks like all suspension, probably. Did we discover all the parts? Rubber bushings, not all of them, but we discovered most of it. And it looks like it's going to be all suspension work today. All right, what else did they want? Change the oil. Wheel alignment. Well, you'd have to do it anyway because you're replacing a lot of parts. Refill the washer fluid. Yeah, we can do that. Like, sure, we can refill your washer fluid. After this several $1,000 expensive bill of replacing most of your suspension. Alright, let's get it. Let's get to it. Okay, the entire suspension is going to have to go. Pretty much. Especially because we got to take off the engine cradle, or whatever you want to call it. It's got a few different names. And like I said, we'll figure out what's bad and what we need to replace. So basically what I'm probably going to do is I'll take all the parts that I take off, I'm going to take over to the workbench and try to repair as much as I can and put it back together. Just because I'm lazy. Yeah, I was missing the mark. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, but... Is there no bolt on that? Oh. Did I already take it out? Oh, yeah, I must have and just didn't see it. I was like, wait a minute, what? It's like in real life going, wait a minute. There's supposed to be a bolt here. And that does suck when you're working on somebody's car and they're missing a bolt. And you know that bolt is like really important. And you're just like, where did it go? What the heck, man? It's crazy. Alright. That's one side done. It doesn't take too long. I don't think they're going to want rims, definitely. Or tires or anything. Just got to make sure that once we have all 4 tires, I need to check and make sure that they're all the same size. There's some vehicles, the tires aren't the same size, so you need to make sure you know which tires go where. Same in real life, too. Especially in real life, the tires that you take off of a car need to go on in the exact same place that they were sitting on, unless you're doing a tire rotation, or if you're doing like new tires or whatever, or you're doing new tires and whatnot. The tires do need to go back in the same place that you took them off from. That way you're not, you know, causing unnecessary wear on the tires. Oops. Yeah, because if you've got a car that's slightly out of alignment and it's been wearing on a tire, and you put another tire there, then you start wearing on that one. You know? If it's wearing like the other side, causing more damage. That kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, unless you're rotating, you want to put those tires back in the same spot you took them from. As a general rule, anyway. Okay, we're going to take the engine cradle out that is actually attached to the engine and just leave the engine floating there. Perfect. See? Told you it'd work. That's stupid. I think, honestly, it'd be more of a pain in the butt, but it'd be more realistic if you had to pull, if you're going to pull that cross member out. The engine cross member, basically. If you're going to do that, then you should definitely have to take the engine out of it. That'd be more realistic. Either take the engine out of it, or if you drop it, it's like all one piece, and then you got to take it apart from there. You know, something. Okay, they said oil filter. Okay. Let's do rear suspension. Well, this one will be a lot faster too, because it's like it's a leaf spring setup rather than a independent suspension. You know, solid axle. Independent suspension setups in this game and in real life are extremely complicated. There's so many little parts going to, well, I say little, but they're pretty big. But yeah, there's so many parts going to everything. Like independent suspensions, it's just like, okay, you got this arm here, you got this arm here, you got this arm here, and that arm there, and this little tiny arm over here, and this arm here, and it's just like, why? Some engineer. I mean, I know it's all important, but it's just like, us, you know, us mechanics, it's just like, why? Why so many parts? I guess if you work on them all the time, you eventually get used to it. Me, though, I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to. Let's see. One of my things, I think, when I was going to college and when I was working on cars too, my two least favorite things to do on a car was electrical and suspension work. That was my two least favorite jobs in the world. Was suspension work and electrical. Yeah, because there's just so much to each of those. Electrical's even worse. Like, the electrical's my number one. It's just like, if I've got an electrical problem and I gotta try and figure that out, I loathe. I just hope that I can find the solution fast enough. Or I'm not sitting there all day tracing down wires and harnesses and taking apart trim pieces and trying to find where this stupid brake is. A single wire, you know, in a harness full of like 20 or so wires. And you're following wire diagrams and now, some people love it though. If it's for you, then, you know, good for you, but for me, that's just it's a nightmare. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can repair. Or should I try and repair anything? Or should I just leave it? Well, this is 17%, so we could probably repair this, at least. Okay, I don't want to repair. Actually, screw it. Why not? Let's just repair what we can. We might be able to save a little bit of money. We'll call it parts cleaning. We're like washing the parts up because we had to take them off. I mean, you would in real life anyway. I mean, somewhat anyway. You wouldn't do to this extent, but you would definitely be like cleaning up parts and stuff if they're really nasty when you got to take them off. Like, that's what I always did, was like, especially when you're working on suspension parts and stuff, you know, where it's going to be covered in dirt and grime and oil and all kinds of other fluids. And it's like, well, I gotta take this part off. Let me take it off, and then I'm gonna take it over to the parts washer. And well, there goes that. Whoops. I went to clean it, and it just fell apart. That's what happened. I've actually had that happen too. Like I was like, can't remember what I was cleaning, but it was something. It was a super thin metal, and it was rusty. And I took it over to the parts washer, started to wash it, and when I was scrubbing it with a little wire brush, it like folded in half. And you're just like, how hard were you scrubbing that thing? It's like, not at all, man. Not at all. Hey. Gotcha. I hate when it's in the middle like that. I love it when it puts it on the edge. It's easier. Okay, there we go. Then we can do this. Actually, I don't even think that costs money. Okay, what do we need to repair? Or replace, I mean. Let's go sort by condition. Oh, yeah, we also need to... I bet some of that's bad, too. Okay. Just throw these on the brake lathe. I've never used an automatic one, but I have seen the automatic brake lathes where all you gotta do is set it to where it starts to cut, and it will automatically, actually automatically cut it for you. You just gotta stand there and watch it. Make sure it doesn't, you know, mess up or anything. But yeah, I've always had to use the manual one. I was never at a nice shop. It's always it was always a shop, you know, where it's a family type deal. Very small shop. Okay, so by condition. Just press space on each one of these. We'll just do, well, I guess, yeah, if you were to buy these in real life, these shock towers, shock absorber towers, they would usually come in, like, fully assembled. Anyway. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, rubber bushing time. So there's a little quirk about this game, if you don't know, that if you take apart a lot of stuff and you don't exactly remember which rubber bushings were broken, or you don't know, you have to put the brand new rubber bushings, you have to put them in the exact spots that the broken ones were. If you don't, the game gets angry. So what I do is I just say, to hell with it, spend the money and just buy all the bushings, if I go that far, buy all the bushings that I took off and just put them back on. Unless it was a single bushing and I took out that one bushing that was broken, put it with a brand new one, and that's different. But yeah, a lot of the time I'm just like, oh crap, I don't know which one's which. Which ones were the broken ones? Yeah. I just needed one because I broke the other one. Yeah, I mean, 168 bucks just to avoid having the headache of trying to figure out which one's going where. Again, which one was which? I don't know. Okay, so two of those. Two of those. Two of those. One of those. One of those. An oil filter. And 2 of these. Of course, in real life, you would know exactly which ones are which. It's just the way this game works. This is like, I just to avoid the headache. Alright. Join all those. Take. Join. All brand new, baby. Because I'll still get my money back on selling the old parts. Okay. Part mount. Brand new cross member. Put the bushings in. So we can put this into. It's like, yeah, it's a little rusty, but it's still good. Thought he broke a sway bar end link with the car swaying. Saying it was swaying weird. I guess, yeah, having a loose axle would also kind of give that effect. Okay. Okay. Then we clean both of these up. Did I just seriously buy... I'm an idiot. Good thing I have lots of money. Yeah, look at that. We sandblasted them. They look good. And a lot of times, too, when you take these suspension arms off, if you're not replacing the bushings, you don't take the bushings out. You take the bolts out and then you put it back together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we clean those up. Everything's looking a little better. And you wouldn't take these hub bearings out either. Unless you were replacing the bearings. That'd be the only difference. Yeah, see, we have one bad brake pad, but I did not pay attention to which one it was, so... We're just gonna put all brand new brake pads on. Alright, so 255.75 across the board. Cool. Alright, let's go to the other side. Kind of putting it together about in the order I probably would in real life. I don't know. Would I put the bottom suspension arm first or the top? Not 100% sure on this car. That's real good to know. Okay. But yeah, a lot of pry bars and a lot of pickle forks are needed for suspension work. Especially old cars. And you gotta be very careful not to hurt yourself. Alright. Here's the front done. The fuel tank was good, right? I mean, as good as it was gonna be. Clean that up. Okay, so yeah, for this in real life, you would have these, a lot of the stuff would already be attached to the axle before you put it in. Not everything, of course, but you'd have just enough to be able to bolt it into the car so it stays up there while you get everything else attached. Yeah, you wouldn't be you wouldn't just hold the axle in place while you try putting the parts on it. You try to put some of it on there, not these, but you definitely try to put some of it together on the floor before you hoist it up into the car. Like I would definitely put these leaf springs, or yeah, the solid the leaf spring, whatever. The control arm. Put the control arm bolted onto your axle. Get it straightened out for the most part. And then hoist it up in the car so then I can use these mounting points to attach the axle to. You did the same with like a full leaf spring axle as well. But you'd have your leaf springs on it. Oh, I did need a U-bolt. Whoops. That didn't help me at all. I put U and just expected it to pop up. I was being lazy there. Alright, all brand new bushings. Car should be freaking quiet and smooth ride. Alright, put our axles in place. Now, of course, you'd have to have this rear end cover off when you put your axles in here. So that way, when you get it into place, you can put the seat clips back in there. And get the axle attached. And then once you got that in there, oh geez, that's the broken one. We don't want that. Yeah, then you could bolt it into place. Backside. Guess we'll get that. Let's get that drive shaft back on. I can bolt it all the way from over here. It should be. Oh, there it is. Hey, we leveled up. Very cool. Oh, where's the other? There it is. And where's that other damn bolt? Watch, she's gonna want tires now too. There we go. Okay. Really rusty tire. Yeah, we'll put the tire with the least amount of tread on the rear. It's a rear rear-wheel drive vehicle with no tread. That'll be fun, especially with that V8 in there. All right, car status. Hey, and then air filter. Okay. So he wants an air filter. Air filter. I don't know why I said it like that. That was weird. Did I miss anything? No, I'm pretty sure I got it all. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like air filter. So weird. Okay. No. Like usually it's on the front page. Alright. Brand new air filter. Put this back together. Then that should be job done. Oh, well, yeah, of course we need oil. I always have my checklist. Actually, checklists do actually kind of help when you're doing working on people's cars. Do a little checklist. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then other tasks, perform a wheel alignment. Yep, we need to do that. Move it over to the test path so we can get onto our alignment machine, which is this old bad boy right here. Wish I could color this to match the rest of the shop, like the lifts. Or do these color with the car lifts inside? Because they are yellow, so I guess that would make sense. All right. But yeah, usually we take these things right here. We take these off this machine and we put one on each wheel. Of course, this would be a bit closer. And then we got our little cameras here to then help us do our wheel alignment. But unfortunately, we're not that realistic. That's okay. I want this one. This one. Yeah, we replaced a lot of parts, so yeah, it's definitely going to throw the alignment off. Okay, cool. And that is done. Job's done. Again, that yielded us 5 grand. All right. Not too bad. That's a pretty easy job for the most part. Sell everything. Open our case. Let's do the outside ones this time. Hey, bonus case. And some bonus XP too. Nice. Alright, do outside ones again. Hey, huge boost. And we leveled up again. Very nice. That is a huge amount of points. Each of these costs 6. So we're going to go... I like this. Mounting speed, screwing speed. Always got to have a good screwing speed. Not too fast, but not too slow either. But definitely not too fast. You definitely don't want to be in that kind of predicament. Alright, junkyard time. Alrighty, and here we are. We haven't been getting very good luck at the junkyards recently. But hopefully there's a good car for us laying around here somewhere. And we have a Porsche 911 Turbo. Yes. 911 Turbo. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. That definitely is a possibility we could look at. Yeah, because this thing could definitely turn a huge profit for sure when it's back to factory. And we have a BMW. Yeah, no windows. It was like, ooh, barely an engine as well. But a BMW, I suppose. We're still looking for that that other car that we can turn into Christine. And we also have the taxi cab thingy-majig. I always forget about cab roamer. Whatever kind of car this is. I think we got very unlucky with the junkyard. There's only been those. Wait, no, yeah, there's only been those 3. The Porsche would be nice, but we're going to re-roll the junkyard to see if we can get that that Cadillac Eldorado. And after the re-roll, we have got kind of like a Skyline looking rear end. Can't get around it though, for some reason. I want to see the front. Fine, what kind of car is it? 2002. I don't even know. I've never heard this at all. I don't know if this is a real car name or not. No idea. Ooh, look at this. We got 2 muscle cars here. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful car. This is the better version of that muscle car made by Oldsmobile. Yeah, so Edgewood is Oldsmobile, and it almost looks like a the Pontiac GTO Judge, but it's not quite that. It's can't remember the Oldsmobile, but yeah, the 442, right? Yeah, Oldsmobile 442, something like that. And then of course we have a Dodge Charger Daytona. Beautiful car. Even if we don't rebuild this one, we're definitely taking it. We're taking this bad boy home. Oh, it's a supercharged Daytona as well. Oh yeah, beautiful car. Yeah, if we do this, I wouldn't want to sell it. I would want to soup it up. You know what I mean? This might be our first keeper purchase, which sometimes you can, or which you can actually do. You can buy a car, put it in your garage, and then or you can buy a car, rebuild it, and then just put it in your garage and just have it. I would definitely not want to get rid of this. Yeah, we're definitely buying it. It's called the Tempest Magnum, but it is a 1968, I guess 68, maybe it'll be 68 or 69. Dodge Charger Daytona though. Dodge Charger Daytona, you can always tell because they've got the wing, usually. And then of course the front end as well, that's shaped like it's got a aerodynamic nose as well. And yeah, just a beautiful car. So for sure we're purchasing this. They're asking for 10 grand, which actually probably would be kind of low for one of these in this condition. They would probably definitely want more. You know what's funny is just like, man, yeah, we're gonna take that to the garage. Yeah, people would be like, man, that's an expensive car. Why is the prices so high on this game? It's like, well, then you start looking at real life stuff and you're just like, oh, it's actually not too far off from the real life version. The real life prices is like, God, good Lord, the used car market, with the last like 5 years or so has been, I mean, it's probably been bad for longer than that, but the last 5 years especially have been really bad. Where it's just like you're buying something with, 200, 300,000 miles on it. It does run and drive, kinda. It's got problems, and they're wanting, people are wanting like $4,000 or $5,000 out of it. It's just like, but then it's just like they're not crazy because everybody else is doing the same thing. Anyway, we're gonna re-roll this one more time, and we're gonna try and see if we can get that Cadillac. If not, it's going to be, I think we should probably do the Roadrunner then, for sure. Alrighty, and went around the entire junkyard, but we come across an actual 1969 Dodge Charger. I have to buy it. Dodge Charger RT. Yep, this is a soft top version. The 68 actually. Interesting. All right. They're only asking for 6,900. Nice. Yeah, bring that to the garage for me. And then we have an Audi, I want to say R8. An Audi R8. A Mayhem T8. Yeah, it's an Audi R8. It's so obvious. This car is also very iconic. Like, it's so obviously it's got the V12 in it and everything. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful V12. Yep. It's a nice, very, very, very fast car. And then we have a GMC. Oh, and almost nothing left of it. Yeah. 1995 GMC, whatever, GMC van. I actually don't know. For some reason. But yeah, the old 18 van, basically. Alrighty then. Well, unfortunately, there was no more cars there. So what I'm actually going to do something I don't usually do, which is go to a barn find, because usually I like to the most amount of rewards you can get in this game is buying a car from a junkyard and restoring it back to factory and then selling it. That's the most amount of experience and money you're going to get for the most part. But you can also go to barn finds, which we have 9 of them. And we can then try to find cars there. The only problem with the barn find cars is they're a lot more put together, and they're a lot more complete. So you get less of a bonus from it, from restoring it. But you still get a decent bonus. So it's not like it's a waste. But they're usually a lot more expensive. Same with the car saloon, not car saloon. Sorry, the car auction. The car auction. The cars are a lot more put together. In most cases, I think you can still get junkyard quality from the car auctions, but yeah, and you end up paying more because you're having to bid against others, bid against other AIs. It shouldn't say AI. It should say against other NPCs. Okay, here we are at one of the barn finds. So the other good thing about the barn find that's really makes it worth it is actually going around and buying parts. Now the junkyard, you can get some decent parts on there that you can basically buy. You could buy them, repair it, and then sell it. But the barn finds are actually way better. So you can go around and oh, we even found a case. Did they add this? I don't remember finding bonus cases inside these, but that's okay. The one thing you do want to stay away from though is stay away from any parts that are in red. You cannot repair those. So don't buy those things. But we can take that. We can take this, this, and this, and this. Oops, hold on. Accidentally grabbed that one. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the outline, so we just kind of have to tap on everything. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I'm just going to buy all the parts I can, except for that one. That one's almost, if they're fully repaired as well, there's no reason to take it, because you're going to be paying. Actually, that's a 3-star. We should take that. Yeah, maybe we should take that. But usually it's not really worth it because you're spending money to buy it, and it's basically at a decent price, and then decent price for them anyway. Yeah, anything that's an orange or above, we can repair it, and then we can turn around and sell it. And of course, you're going to find cars. So we have a... Ooh, I know this one. Tiburon. Yes. Can I turn this off? This flashlight? There we go. This is a Tiburon. It is a... I know this is a Tiburon because I've actually... my brother, my young brother, actually had one of these, and he blew the engine to clear the sky out of the damn thing. Because it looks like a sports car, but it wasn't. But yeah, this thing is this is a Tiburon. It's actually not a bad looking car, but like I said, yeah, he blew the freaking engine sky high out of the damn thing. It's so funny. There was nothing left of the engine. Like, basically, when you looked at the engine, you could see daylight through the other side of the block. That's how bad it was. Like the block, you could look into the block, into a hole in the block, and then see daylight on the other side. That's how bad it was. It's like that engine was absolutely obliterated. That's what you get. You know, he was, I think he was like, what, 15 or 16? Or sorry, he was like 16. So I was 15. You can't have a license at 15. Yeah, I think he was like 16 when he did that. But I can't really say much because I did stupid stuff too when I was young, when I was his age. Basically, I didn't have, like, I was an only child until I was in middle school. So, and of course, being, you know, in middle school, I had to help take care of my brothers too. So it was a very bad situation at the time. So, all right, file those. And we have a Honda Civic. Looks like a Honda. Yeah, that's a Honda Civic. It's a... Yeah. Whatever the heck. It's not the actual name of it, but... Oh gosh, those footsteps sound so realistic. It actually freaked me out. I thought somebody was banging on my wall. Like, you know, just kind of... Yeah, it's so... Why is that so bass heavy? I'm just kind of holding left click on everything. Because when you play the game without being in basically professional mode, everything actually outlines when you look at it. But we're in that hardcore mode, so we don't have that, which is kind of unfortunate. They should have left it in for at least the the barn finds, so that you can at least, you know, see what's searchable. Yeah, we're gonna buy all these parts. Ooh. Yeah, we have the A86, the Toyota Sprinter Reno. And they call it the Sakura Takumi, which is hilarious because that goes right with initial D. The cartoon magazine thing that was turned into an anime, then turned into a then they turned it into a movie. Which actually the movie wasn't all that bad. It seemed pretty low budget. Still enjoyable though, I suppose. Like I said, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. And you have to watch it with subtitles. It's not English. Actually, no, was it? It was English dubbed, yeah. But the English dub wasn't that great. Alrighty, well, so much for the barn find. Okay. I think we got most of the parts, so we're going to go ahead and leave. Turn to garage, and you can see all the different parts that we have here. Going to cost us, so final price minus the discount is going to be with the discount is going to be $7 grand. Buy those parts, but we're actually going to make a lot out of that. So I'll show you guys how to do that. Basically. So after you buy all the parts, then you're going to take it over to your repair bench and you repair everything. But you only want to do this when you've unlocked all the repair abilities. Basically all the repair parts, all the tiers, plus being able to repair body panels as well. And then you just go through your entire list and repair everything you got. I don't think we got any of those now. Yeah, so then, because these will sell for a heck of a lot. So here's like an example, right? Let's say we want to repair something that's going to be expensive. Oh yeah, interior parts. I forgot to not buy interior parts because interior parts can't be repaired either. Yeah, something expensive, some body part that's like super expensive. We can actually switch to body parts. This Porsche 911 rear bumper. Okay, 37%. If I go to sell this, I get 217 bucks out of it. Not bad, not bad. Okay, or 991. So then we find that bumper. This one here. Make sure we don't screw it up. Oh, that was close. That bounce back. And I think it was instantly repaired. So now if we look at our body panels, there it is, 100% repaired. It now sells for $575. Huge jump. That was almost doubled, wasn't it? That's like almost doubled, and we spent very little money. You know, and that chance of instant repair as well. So yeah, super good. But yeah, I forgot. Don't buy interior parts because they can't be repaired. Which is kind of stupid that you can buy parts that you can't repair. Like the interior panels, I understand, or the interior like seats and steering wheel stuff. Even though you can't repair it, it does make sense to be able to buy it because it'd be cheaper than buying brand new if you were, you know, tight on money. But my issue is that you can buy parts that are in the red for some weird reason. You can't repair them, and you can't put them on customers' cars either because it's not going to count. It needs to be above a certain percentage to even attempt that. So, yeah, I don't know why they allow you that, because you can't. They're basically, I guess you can buy it for junk for the scrap metal stuff, but there's almost no point in doing that. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna make a crap ton of money here. I don't think we didn't get any charger parts, I don't think. Which is another good thing too. If you can buy the parts cheap, like the body panels and stuff, and then spend a little bit of money to repair it, you can definitely save a crap ton of money. And then on top of that, you get a huge bonus for doing all that. So, yeah, yeah, you can't repair windows either or lights. Windows, lights, and interior parts. You cannot repair those. Okay, let me finish repairing everything, then we'll see how much money we have, and then see if we got to jump on it, which we should, of course. Alrighty, so we repaired all of our parts. Now let's see what everything sells for. Put everything over here, and then sell everything. Yeah, pretty nice little paycheck. Got 25 grand. Not bad. Let's open our case that we magically got. We'll do the two middle ones this time. Useless and useless. Alright. Did we? Yeah, we didn't level up again. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these junkyards, or through these, sorry, I'm going to go through these barn finds real quick. I probably won't record it just because we're kind of running out of time to do our, you know, fully rebuild, but, I'm going to go through these barn finds and see if I can find, some cars we can work on. Alrighty, 9 barn locations and not a single car that we were looking for. However, I did buy another car, though. I did buy another car, by the way. I bought this baby for $26,000. I thought it would be a nice, cool rebuild at some point. It's mostly there. The engine's trashed, but yeah, I mean, it's not in bad shape. Yeah, so this is a, well, this is it's a Camaro. It's the Z28 Camaro, but yeah, it's called the, actually, is this the no, this is not the Camaro. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. This is what is it? Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, yeah. 1970. Actually, it's not quite the right year though. I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna apologize right now profusely to the car community. I can't believe I did that. But the Z28 does look close to it, okay? At first glance you could almost do it. But yes, this is the Pontiac Trans Am. The Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. The Smokey and the Bandit car, this is why they call it the Bandit, by the way, the Chieftain, or the Bandit, is because of the Smokey and the Bandit car, which is the 1977 Pontiac Trans Am. Pontiac Firebird. Beautiful car, though. Beautiful car, nonetheless. Okay, so we have our choice. I think we're going to go with this one because we can sell this. I've never been a big fan of the soft top Charger, so we're going to go with this one as a rebuild. However, the first that we need to do, we need to get our money back because I have an inventory full of parts, 37 pages of parts to repair and sell. So we're at, remember this number, 147,607. All right, let's get the repairing and then get to sell. Alrighty, now that we've got everything fixed up, there was literally 34 pages of body parts and 37 pages of regular parts. It did take me forever to go through and fix everything. That's why we're down to 111,000. Also in here, I did go ahead and store up the parts that we're going to need for the future, for these cars that we have. So we got the Tempest Magnum stuff. I just kind of put everything in here. We got Dodge Chargers. We got the Chieftain as well as we got the Plymouth Roadrunner. So whatever parts I had collected for that. The other parts we're just going to sell because I could just buy new, because I don't know exactly what type of engines and stuff we're going to need, or parts for engines and stuff we're going to need. So anyway, let's go into our inventory. We're going to sell everything. Now, every time you do go to a warehouse, or a barn find, the one thing you want to be looking for is the cases. You want to search everything until you find a case. There is one case per location, and that is true because I got all 9 of them that from the ones we had. So yeah, we're at $244,000. We were at $285,000, but we also bought like 3 different cars. So let's open some cases here. Bonus case and another barn find location. Then we'll go middle. 1,500 credits and another bonus case. Okay, then we'll go outside. Nice, nice. Give me that XP bonus, baby. Another bonus case. Another barn find location. Okay. Another bonus case. Will the bonus cases ever end? I don't want credits and I don't want that. I want XP. Oh, XP. I mean, I'll take the bonus case. I love that, but Oh, no. Another bonus case. Jeesh. Please. Give me XP. I need XP. So I can level up. Damn it. All I want. How many barn am I going to get like all my barn finds back? So we can search even more later. Well, there's some XP. And I leveled. Okay, good, good. More of that, please. Yes. And another bonus case. Another bonus case. That's some money. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, I don't really need money, though. I need XP. How long can we keep this chain going? Hey! And we leveled again! We're level 30, heck yeah. Wow, that was actually, look at that, perfect number almost. And then I ruined it. These cases ever gonna hit. Another find location. Oh, hey! Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 out of 9 that we got back. Alright, we leveled as well, so that means, ooh, heck yeah, we can almost get everything. So 31 is the max level then. Eagle Eye, no, we want this one for sure. And yeah, we'll do Eagle Eye as well. So only one more thing to unlock, which is move faster by 7%. Which is absolutely useless. And we have everything unlocked here as well. So level 31 seems to be the max level. I couldn't remember. And also I love how the last bit of experience is 2025. Which if we had gotten that last year, that would have been perfect. Okay, so we wanted to do the Chieftain would be really good, I think. The Chieftain's mostly put together. We just buy the parts we can't repair. And I've already got, and I've got some body panels and stuff that might fit this. Yeah, I think the Chieftain would be the best vehicle to go for that we can just straight up sell. Because who wouldn't want this? I would want this. I want this. Yes. Alright, let's move this over to the car wash then. Yeah, we'll do the Chieftain. We're gonna keep the color and the decal. Unless we can do the Smokey and the Bandit one. If we can do, well, if we can do the the Pontiac Firebird, that would be awesome. But this does look kind of epic. Alright, and then we're going to do a detail work on the inside. The car's not in bad shape either. Like, we could definitely make this work. We are gonna go back to 100%, but so I'm gonna move this over to the paint shop real quick because I want to take a look at something and see if we can paint this car. See, black is the factory, and then we have decals. So livery set. You got that one. Yes. Okay. I almost don't want to get rid of it now. We can have the freaking Firebird. The Firebird livery. Hell yes. Oh, so you got stripes. Okay, yeah, we have to do it. And then paint type. Yeah, we gotta do gloss. Of course, I'm not gonna paint it yet, because we don't want to have to paint it twice. Because I gotta put body panels on stuff on there too. So, all right, that's our car then. Okay, over to car lifter A. Now, since we are pretty much out of time for this episode. Like, we definitely kind of went up against it here. And I've spent many hours searching barns and repairing parts, and so I'm kind of out of time for everything else, too. I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. We're going to take every single part off in the time-lapse. And then I'll buy all the parts off camera so that we don't get the flashing. And then we'll kind of put it all back together really quickly. It's just, I wish I could select, I wish it would like automatically select the part in my inventory without making me select it. And I don't think that's an option. I'm afraid, actually this should be limited, by the way. Oh, you can't have VSync though. I never did understand that. Why are some games you're able to have VSync and limited FPS, but some games not? It's very interesting. Also, is this... I don't think this is correct. Oh, no, it is. Okay, yeah. What's that one? No, we don't want graphic settings anyway. We want game settings. Fade when using doors. Enable events. Gearbox. No, that's fine. That's for driving around. Cars available everywhere. What does that mean? Cars available everywhere. Enable free travel fees? I don't have free travel fees. What are you talking about? I have to spend $500 every time I go to the freaking junkyard. And when I want to re-roll, I gotta spend another $500. It's like ridiculous, man. Camera auto zoom on part. Unrealistic wheel sizes. I do know that that's enabled. So that we can like do extra wide parts. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. So yeah, let me go ahead and tear this car apart, and then I'm going to repair all the parts that I possibly can, and then we'll come back to this. I'll buy all the parts too, and then we'll come back and put it all back together. Alrighty, I think I just got about everything put back together as far as like the shocks, the tires. I actually put different rims on this one because the rims don't match the actual car. So, and I also got the engine put together as well. So looking at beautiful. Oops, go ahead and take that off the, take it off the engine stand, and then gonna raise her on up. I managed to fix all the body parts luckily, which was pretty cool. But I don't know how much I'm going to be missing here, so I guess we're going to find out. I know I'm missing most of the exhaust. We'll start with that. Oh yeah, so was it? I can't remember how many bushings. I think it's... Oops. Let's go to body parts. And then bushings. Bushings. I think it's 14... Is it 14 or 12? I think it's either 14 or 12 regular rubber bushings, and then it's 4 small ones for the rear springs here. Okay. Yep, looks like we got all the plates done. Got all, yep, did manage to fix all those. Very good. I think I need, yeah, I don't think these get repaired now. Let's add the, oops. It's on the other side when you're doing the engine, so. Okay, where's shock absorber B? Need both of those. Alright, sweet. Let's do this other side. Put our shock absorber in, why not? Link spring. Plate. U-bolts. Okay. I think we need a fuel tank and a fuel filter, don't we? Or fuel pump, I mean. Fuel tank. Fuel pump. Yeah, we definitely need those. Yeah, we didn't even have... Oh, there wasn't even one in there. Okay. Brake shield. Axles. Managed to fix both axles. Very good. That managed to rebuild that. And we somehow managed to rebuild the brake shoes, which makes no sense. Whatever. Brake drums. You can actually turn brake drums on the brake lathe. You just gotta do just the one. Like you can actually do. Oop, nope. Forgot to remove that. Yeah. And all the tires are the same size on this car, so yeah, I think you guys will like the tires. I tried to match it up to the car. Unfortunately, the exact rims aren't available in this game, but the rims that are available are the exact same style of rim. Like the rim is built the same. It's just not able to be colored the same. But I did paint the rims as close as possible. So yeah, here we go. Like I said, you can't get the aluminum on the edges with this color. So, and I tried my best to make it match the actual color of the rims that are on the car. So I got close. Got close enough. So this color was 42 on the hue, 85 on the brightness, and then 70 on the... No, 70 is 70 on the brightness, 85 on the saturation. Yeah, there you go. That was the color. So it goes 85. So it goes, sorry, 42, 85, or 45, 80, 45, 85, 70. Something like that. Whatever. You'll find out once you put it together. Okay. And then part mount. Let's get our cross member in there, which we managed to fix. Yeah, like I said, it's either 14 or 12 bushings. If I bought two too many, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. Get all my bushings in there. Okay. How's this? It's looking good. Yeah, managed to rebuild the steering rack. Front sway bar. But dang it. It's on the opposite side when you're building the motor. So you get so used to it being on one side. Oh yeah, and tie rods can't be repaired. Two of those. Two of those. Then we need one of these. Oops. And there we go again. Now we've got two brand new ones. Yeah, once you've done the suspension enough times in this game, you kind of just remember a lot of the parts. It's like, oh yeah, I need this, 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 and this. Okay. And then yeah, sway bar end links. Whoops. I'm never gonna be able to get used to it. Being on the opposite side when you're putting this together. I don't think you can repair these. Can you repair these though? No. Okay. So, whoops. That's how you spell it. Damn fingers. So we need 2 of those, and then we need the caps. Oh, there. Okay. Nice. Got brand new brake pads. And there you are. Okay, both of those are good. And I did make sure to get the exact same tire size that was on this car, so we're not getting any bigger tires. Not for this car, anyway. Maybe on that Dodge Charger Daytona, we put some like enormously wide freaking drag tires or something on it. Yeah, that'd be fun. It's pretty funny too, because the parts that you put on the car definitely perform different depending on which parts and stuff like that in this game, which is actually pretty good. Definitely like it. Okay. We got our bearings. Yes, we have our bearings in this game. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. I'm just gonna do the exhaust real quick. Well, some of it anyway. Okay, yeah, you can't repair these. Add that to shopping list. And then add that to shopping list. Okay. Add that to shopping list. I think this one's a different... No, it's the same one. And add that. There. Oh, we already got the sway bar. So 2 of those. 2 of those. And 2 of those. Oh, back. No. Whatever. What the heck are you doing? Brand new exhausts. Yeah, because you can't repair exhaust either. Alright, we don't want to put those in yet. So then it won't allow us to put in the engine. Beautiful. Install. Engine. Move pit mat. Put back. Go back up. Finish that exhaust system. Then we'll be done with the bottom part of the bottom half of the car. Oops. Part mount. And transmission, which we managed to fully rebuild. Yep, managed to fix the starter too. What about the driveline? Yep, driveline's brand new. Beautiful. Okay, and that's all the bottom parts of this car. Very good. Alright, let's move her on down. Okay, yeah, we don't have a radiator. Don't have one of those either. Oh, managed to do that. Yeah, you can't fix these, so... let's add them all. Okay. Oh, and then we're also going to need a fuse box as well, or a fuse box top as well, because this one didn't have one. this thing. Two of those. And two of those. And one of those. Back over here. Brand new radiator. And brand new windshield washer fluid. Or windshield washer fluid reservoir. There we go. And that's fuse box complete. Alright. That one didn't have one, I guess. Didn't have one of those either. At least we can put in the battery. Okay. That one. That one. And that should be, yep, 100% parts, 100% frame. Alright, normal mode. Let's go ahead and get our fluids going. Get everything filled up. It takes so long to fill this one sometimes. Like, or not sometimes, but all the time. Alright, wash fluid. Coolant. Now coolant, especially in these old cars, you definitely fill the radiator all the way to the tippy top. And then you run the engine until it gets to operating temperature, and then that makes the thermostat open. And then while it's running, you gotta add even more fluid, because once the thermostat opens, then it pulls the coolant back through the engine and whatnot, and then you gotta fill that gap, because obviously some of the fluid's gonna disappear into the engine. Now this one I cannot see, which is really annoying. Okay, I think that's good. All right, let's go there. Oops. And then we need oil back here. And once it goes down, 1, 2, 3. And then if you actually check the dipstick on that, look how close I am. I'm within our operating temps, or operating range, so. Okay, perfect. Alright. So that is all that. Inside my inventory, we're gonna check. Is there an interior tab? Engine, that. Doesn't look like it, does it? Why is there no interior tab? That's very strange. Okay. Well, let's go in. Nope, normal mode. Need to interior assemble. Okay, steering wheel bandit, seat bandit, bench bandit. Okay, so I can just buy. Okay, perfect. Interior shop. Bandit. I like when they put it all together like that. Okay. Assemble mode. Let's get that rear bench seat in. Brand new one of these. Brand new one of these. And brand new one of these. And then normal mode. That should, yep. Now it's just the body. Okay. Assemble mode. Alright, we're going to put the original one that was on it. Not that it really matters. Okay, so we need headlights. Actually, let me go over here to the body workstation. Go to the bandit. So we got to buy all the windows and all the lights, because you can't repair those. And brand new headlights. And I just happen to have, oh, I have two of the same fender. Whoops. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the original back on. Damn it. Okay, so I need a left front fender. Or front left fender, however you want to say it. Okay. The door. Window. Mirror. Windshield. Back window. Oop. Other door. Window for that one. And the mirror. Okay. And then, oh, I don't have a trunk. Why not? I thought I had a trunk. Swore I had a trunk. And then taillights. And then the original rear bumper. Okay, so now we just need the license plates. Okay. Let's go get our plates. Oop. Over to the plate shop. Georgia. Which one would look better? Probably this one. Let's go with that one. Okay, and there's our plate. I don't know if the dual space in there is going to matter. Or if I should have left the single space. I don't remember if it tries to center it or not. But we'll go with that. And just to test. Of course, that one does look a little bit better. Okay, let's test both of them. Assemble mode. Oh crap, I don't know which one's which. Okay, that's the one that has the single space. And then assemble mode. And I bet this one has the dual space. Yeah, the one with the single space looks better because of this side. Okay. Add. Yeah, one with the single space. There we go. Ah, that looks good. Hell yes. Okay. Alright, car status, 100% across the board. Let's go ahead and move this car over to the test path because we got to get it aligned and get the headlights straight and all that stuff. Actually, don't know if if this actually matters. Like if you get paid more. But we can easily align it. Makes me feel better anyway. Okay. And we align our headlights. Let's move that mouse out of the way. I like them right here. Okay. That's everything aligned. And then let's move it to the paint shop. And let's get that beautiful, beautiful color. Paint car. Factory black. We want gloss. And of course... Yep. Oh, it went too far. Alright, and paint. Oh, I want to keep it so bad. I want to keep it so bad. I was close. I am very close with that color. Very, very close. I love it. Alright, let's move this out of this light here. Yeah, move it to the entrance A. Oh yeah. That is a beautiful, beautiful car. I love it. Look at that. I just... Such a good car. I love it. Trying to... Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and sell her. I'm sure somebody will want this. Okay, so we have 230,000. So yeah, the way we're gonna do this, yeah, this one didn't sell as good, because, well, it's an older car, but it's all brand new. So, parts value, body value. So the buy price was 24,000 and the profit was 45,000 with the sell value of 70 grand. So yeah, this is why I don't do, this right here. That's why, unless you don't really mind the profits all too much, that's why you don't really usually do barn finds. Because this is where we found it was a barn find, so... Yeah, we'll go ahead and sell that for 70 grand. That's still good, though. I mean, we're up over 300K, so that's pretty good. This one, or... Where'd the other one go? Where'd our Daytona go? Did they go in here? Yeah. Where the heck did our Daytona go? Uh-oh. I'm thinking it might be in the, Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. You ready for paint? Oh, heck yeah. Let's get you painted. Do you want to prepare for $100? No, I'm good. Yeah, let's put you back over to entrance C. Yeah, we'll just put you over here. But yeah, this one will probably be next. We'll still try and see if we can find the Cadillac Eldorado car, but if we don't, then we won't buy anything else because we've got 3 different project cars. Then it'll be the Dodge Charger Daytona. Beautiful. And then of course we got an actual Dodge Charger. Now this one is not actually called, it's called Tempest Magnum, but yeah, it's a Dodge Charger Daytona. Supercharged Dodge Charger Daytona, by the way. Beautiful car. And then we've got the regular Dodge Charger with the actual engine that goes in this. Very beautiful. And then of course, yeah, we have the Plymouth Roadrunner sitting in here with that engine. But anyway, with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Car Mechanic Sim. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.